everybody, it's Michael Fisher with Pocketnow. Tired of hearing about Samsung Galaxy Pro products? Neither are we. We've checked out the new tabs, the new notes, and now we're seeing how the smallest of the new breed measures up against the Apple iPad mini and the Nexus 7 2013 edition from Google in a quick look. Let's see how that goes. So if you're looking for a spec rundown, folks, don't worry. We will do that in an actual comparison when we get a hold of one of these devices for an official review, an official comparison. But right now, we just want to talk about how these respective things feel in the hand. The new Samsung device definitely feels in the hand, feels like the lightest of all of them. Sorry about all the gunk on the screen. We've been using it quite a bit, and so has everybody else. The Nexus 7 from 2013, this one is completely dead, so we're just using it as a physical reference. You can see, if you take a look at the footprints of these devices, the new Nexus 7 is considerably smaller, and it's smaller than most tablets. This is a very, very small tablet. Our unit here doesn't have any juice, as I mentioned, I think. The Samsung device also boasts a much larger display at 8.4 inches versus 7 inches on this unit. But it also feels considerably lighter, and that doesn't mean cheaper, by the way. I mean, the Nexus 7 feels really good in the hand. I have to tell you, comparatively speaking, I would probably prefer to carry the Nexus 7 just because I prefer a slightly heftier device. If you want something a little bit lighter, that doesn't feel quite so close to big phone territory, but is very definitely a tablet without being a mammoth beast, well, the new TabPRO is definitely worth a look. Let's see how it compares physically with Apple's iPad mini. Obviously, footprint comparison is going to go similarly in terms of height, but look how wide Apple's product is. This is not a surprise to anyone. Of course, we've reviewed this device. Turn on the screen so we can't see as many of the fingerprints. This device, very, very wide in the hand. The new Samsung TabPRO is not. The difference in display aspect ratios is apparent, 4:3 on the Apple device, 16:9 on the Samsung product. Obviously the internals are quite different as well, but if you're talking about what you prefer from a build quality perspective, well, that's all going to come down to whether you like the cool touch of raw metal, not raw metal, but you know what I'm saying, or the soft touch or the semi-soft touch of faux leather with stitching detail that we see, that we're familiar with from the Note devices. So in terms of iOS versus Android, and specifically Samsung's new news magazine-like UX, we can talk about that for ages. We're not really going to talk about that, the day-to-day interface differences. What I want to focus on, just as we're talking really quickly here, is multitasking. iOS 7's new multitasking paradigm, there's nothing really wrong with it as far as I'm concerned. I like it a lot. But it is your lone method of multitasking on this device. Whereas Samsung, true to their reputation, delivers more options than some people know what to do with. But in this case, it's really, really cool. Hey, come back. You drag the panels in here. You've seen this if you watched our other hands-ons, but being able to multitask in this manner, using two apps at the same time, is a real time saver in some instances. But that's not your only option. You can also window them up. So if you really want to max out your productivity, or I don't know, maybe your distraction level, feel free. Just bring the multitasking frame out, start tapping on stuff willy-nilly, and you've got not just two apps running side by side below, but also windowed apps above. Obviously that's going to slow down your performance a little bit. Oh, that looks a lot like our website, but it's not. Close it on down, and then we're back to the main UI here. So Samsung, with the Pro moniker, obviously really trying to take on the likes of a consumer-level device like the iPad mini, like the Nexus 7, which I didn't mention. Once again, sorry it's dead, but it only gives you one multitasking interface, the stock Android one. The Pro in the new Tab brand name, obviously, well, not exactly all bark. There's some bite to it. We're going to take a closer look at it when we get a device in a quiet room with good lighting and more than a few minutes to get to know it. I'm Michael Fisher with Pocketnow. That's Anton. Taylor's here somewhere. It's CES 2014. We've got a lot to say, so stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching.